obsession, isn't there? You know, throughout time with these reptilian lizard entities that certainly aren't from our dimension, our world, and we can go way back into ancient times, right?
Man, that's what this is all about. Let's just start out by at least coming to an agreement that history as we know it is not the real history of the planet. I think we can both agree on that, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Right. So instantly that is something that has to be acknowledged first and foremost. Secondly, there's been evidence of intelligent life that is non-human, that has walked the planet. A great example of that is the elongated skulls down in South America. So, not human DNA, but certainly something of an intelligent life form that roamed the earth. Again, like I said, it's much more like Lord of the Rings back then than it was cavemen and Neanderthals and things like that. So I find it extremely plausible. As a matter of fact, I'm banking on it to get into some of the things that we're getting into. What a great thing to get into reptilians.
Well, let me show you one of the timelines that I came across today, right? Because this is quite interesting. And it takes us back to the time of, and these are entities that we need to look at if we're going to be discussing this, the stories of the Anunnaki, Joe. And we come back here.
Very good, very good.
And this particular timeline takes us to 6,000 BC, and we go back to Sumeria, the Sumerian city of Nineveh, right? And you come forward, and this is the bit I want us to kind of discuss here. 5,000 BC, it says Sumerian creation myth of Enki, Eridu settlement began. Now, you were the one that really started to open my eyes to this whole thing with Enki and the Lost Book of Enki and stuff, the Lost Book of Enoch and stuff like that, Joe. So this is really, really interesting, and this is one of the points where I think you'd have to put on our timeline, on our evidence board, a kind of data point, that there seems to have been some kind of outward intervention round about this point, right?
Oh, there's most certainly that. Let me give you, since you brought up Enoch, I'm looking up the generations of Noah as being authentic, and it's something else. I found it. So each generation from God to Noah actually foretold something. Listen to this. So you basically had this. You have God, right? He creates Adam, and then the from there it goes Seth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared. Then there's Enoch. Then there's Methuselah. Then there's Lamech, and then there's Noah. Now each name means something in Hebrew. So Adam means man, right? Then Seth means is appointed. And so, like, I think my name in Italian is like little salad or something like that. I don't know what it is, but you get what I'm saying. It means something. So when you take all those names and you take their meanings together, this is what it says. The God, man, is appointed. A mortal man of sorrow is born. The glory of God shall come down, instructing that his death shall bring those in despair comfort and rest. Bam. That's what it means in Hebrew. All those, if you read them in order.
Where's my Anunnaki and aliens in there, dude?
Right? So interestingly enough, pre-flood, dude, there was all of these different species, if you will, and giants and everything else.
This here, after the Anunnaki genetically altered the primitive pre-human bipeds in Africa to make human slaves, they put them to work in the fields and building their massive temples called ziggurats. Now,
Yeah,
this is
ziggurat, right.
this is one of the partially constructed temples. All of their temples were destroyed in the inter-family war between the Anunnaki. So you can see that there, and even this time here.
Isn't that interesting?
Badass, man. Badass.
Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, the Tower of Babel, the actual foundation of the Tower of Babel, still exists today, and you can go visit it. It's called the Ziggurat of Eridu. So since you're talking about ziggurats, that's another important ziggurat. The Ziggurat of Eridu is the actual Tower of Babel, what's left of it. So if there's another piece of history that you can actually go and validate. Or live here.
Joe, how much of an influence, this is the big point, and this is why it's still important today. Because how much of an influence are these things having on our reality? You know, we talk about last night, the Illuminati, right? But in all reality, we always talk about something interdimensional that's controlling these things. Now, you call it demonic, people call it the jinn. You can call it whatever you want, but it's some form of evil, right?
Some form of evil,
and
darkness.
Is the reptilians that we see in so many of these statues, and I had these statues up earlier on, I'll bring them up again, they're just everywhere. This is just London alone, you know?
Hey, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Oh, yeah. Levels of cultural resentment, which has been to the benefit of the Republican Party. What do you do about that?
Well, that's also shifted, too. You know, the president said, Trump said he's going to take care of the forgotten man. He got elected and immediately forgot them. Look what Chickasaw County out here now. Basically a conservative area in the past.
I knew it.
Dude! Sorry, MP, but I'm having trouble with this character. Hey, you know, we're getting into golden time.
Rusty!
They're nothing but hideous space reptiles.
Oh my. Y'all check shout out right here. Then check shout out right there. You understand, G? But peep game though. You know. If y'all don't know who that female is, that's that female, the red one from Poor Minds. And she made me open up my mind today. And these artists out here basically really having masses on. And if they ain't really having masses on, if they really being sacrificed, you know, if they really illuminated, or I'm just the light that I can see through the dark. That's the crazy thing about it. But you can't say too much about a female and how a female look without a female getting real agitated. Because when I got on her comments on IG, she instantly went hard on me. I'm like, oh, you don't even look the same. I ain't saying she look bad. Or I ain't saying she look better. I just said she ain't look the same. And her snapback game was off the chain. Because she instantly said something back to me out of all the comments. That's a crazy thing. Yeah. It's a real crazy thing. But we gotta understand the life that I live. I'm talking about when I was in the streets too. I rather wear a mask and fake my death before I go back into the streets and have to end up doing 25 to life or anything on that level. See, what you don't understand, and a lot of people don't understand, money make the world go round. You understand? And check out the checkered whole sweatsuit he got on. You know, that checkered shit means something. You know, the checkered black and white mean Masonic. That's very, very, very Masonic Illuminati. So, you know, right there telling you, this nigga is masked up all the way. If you can't see this nigga got a mask on, I don't know what to tell y'all, man.
And a lot of people do anything before they lose any type of money. You know, they really gain. They have to sit back and explain what they did, especially in the courtroom. Oh my!
And shout out to Kind Master for dropping this.
So I pull a Machiavelli for real before I have to go through any situation and have to be gone away from my kids without a plan, sit down on what to do and how to do it and show them what I did. You understand, G? And let's just keep it real though. You know what I'm saying? Really, their life sleek lit. Because I don't know not one entertainer want to entertain all their life and then don't never get a break off. And people always running up to them, knowing who they is. Instead, you live your life to the fullest of doing what you love and then jump up out the game and be a whole nother person, a whole nother mind. Shout out to Conscious, Dwayne McClain, E-Merce, and people like that in the game for even opening up this type of lane to make a person think. Black Balloon too, and take your brain to a whole nother level. But look, make sure y'all like, subscribe.
No shout out to Conscious X, bro. Conscious X is a motherfucking liar, a deceiver. You know, half his videos, you know, is monetized and, you feel me, he steal a lot of videos, man. So, don't get that nigga no respect. Don't get that nigga no type of love, because that nigga, he ain't where we from. He out here on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, making YouTube, you know what I'm saying, making it just these celebrities wearing masks shit look bad, man, because he lying about certain shit, man. Everything he put out is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now he just starting to do this shit for views and likes. You know what I'm saying? He lying to the people. And I had to just tell you that because you just gave him a shout out. Like, don't give him no shout out, bro. He don't deserve a shout out. You know what I'm saying? He steal people hard work. And he talk about he do hard work. No, nigga, you steal niggas hard work. I don't want to hear that shit, man. If you got anything you got to say to me, pussy, you feel me? DM me. Whatever. Because we all know who you is. We all know what you doing. And we all know who you following.
Man, and open up your eyes. Y'all run them lights up. Keep me hyped up. And tell me how y'all feel on what it is.